Hey guys, this is How to Get Away with Murder, Season 3, Episode 9. I had to do a separate video on my thoughts for the person who died. What? Oh, gee, dang! Really? Really? Yeah, my name is Romie. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let's jump into this. Let's just go forge ahead. Now, this was a hard year. Now, it starts off with Annalise. She's teaching class, and she wants them to go and do the Ted Bundy case. And the whole thing is, of course, we know that he's guilty. We know that he did it. They have to prove his innocence. Like, wow. Wow, Annalise, you just want them to fail. It's like, they deserve to get A's if they can prove that he's innocent. And everyone's throwing out their ideas. And while we see each person giving out their ideas, and the winning idea was actually Laurel, which is surprising because she already had the automatic A. But Annalise is like, hello, that doesn't exempt you from doing other stuff in class. Come on. Laurel decides, let's do the mental illness thing. You know, the mental illness thing works pretty well nowadays, so let's go with that. Because we had others saying, oh, maybe we can just say that he's remorseful, he's sorry, oh, he really just didn't know what he was doing. Plausible deniability, like, just like stupid stuff. While that's happening, Annalise is trying to convince Nate, you need to go and kill yourself. Why have you just done it already? You're supposed to be a man, you're supposed to be a boss. You went and killed my baby. You went and ate the person that killed my baby. You are a psychopath. You truly are a psychopath. You don't deserve to live. People like you don't deserve to live. Bonnie's doing everything she can, so it's like, you know what we had. When I slept with you, Frank, that sounds weird. When I slept with you and Bonnie slept with him, it was real. What she felt, what he felt was real. I mean, because Frank had that gun like this. Oh my damn. Wow. I thought Huck was the only crazy person, but Shonda always likes to pluck one major crazy person in each cast, and it's Frank for this one. Well, yeah. I thought it was going to be Wes, but no, it's Frank for this cast. And Bonnie convinces him not to kill himself, and of course Annalise now knows that Bonnie and Frank at least had sex once, which is more than enough for her. Annalise lets them know, look, all of you pass. Surprisingly, all of you pass. Good job. Go and drink, be merry, have a good time. You know, I can't drink myself, so I'm just going to have to go and leave. Even Simon was just like, are you going to come and stay with us and party? I'm like, shut up, Simon. I wish it was you. Damn, I was really hoping it was Simon. They said it was someone important to the cast, so I knew it couldn't be him. Oh, God, if Simon is what... Anyway. Annalise wants to talk to Laurel and Wes. And Annalise told Wes, look, Frank, he is gone. But I thought, no, Frank is gone. No, he came back. You know he came back, but he's gone, is taken care of. He's not going to do anything. We're in the clear. We're good. We're gravy. We're Gucci. Did you notice when Laurel kissed, what was it? Kissed Michaela? I was like, Oliver and Connor still have this weird energy between them, and Connor's just like, you know what? Thank you for calling me damaged. At least I know what it is. And Oliver's just like, I'm sorry that I said that. I was like, no, but you meant it. So I'd rather hear the truth than be a liar, be fake and phony. Michaela wants to go home. She can't go home because of the fact that her boyfriend decided to go and pick up the phone for her mom and let her mom know, oh, wait, what's going on? And long story short, gave her her current address and is going to be there. So that's how Michaela's mom showed up. Michaela had this look of, I trusted this mother for what? And for what? And this is what I got. Annalise is over. She's, you know, getting her hair done by Mary J. Blige. And Annalise is just crying. She's sulking because Mary's just like, oh, you look good. You glow. And she's like, look, I had to cut the spirits out. I couldn't do that. They said that I'm a functioning alcoholic. Just like, oh, well, you know, if you, ooh, honey, why are you crying? It's like, see, that's what it is. You're going through withdrawal. And I didn't think about it. I was like, wow, she's so right. You're going through withdrawal. I'm like, Mary, you would know. Anyway, we're going to talk about the growing up hip hop stuff a little bit later. I have a couple things to say with that in another video. But Annalise needed the moment. She cried. She moved forward. Wes is talking to Laurel, and Laurel's over it because Wes is irritated with her. It's just like, wait a minute, so you and Frank didn't do it, okay, and how come you didn't feel like it was pertinent to go and give me this information? Look, I was like, why are you constantly trying to protect me? Or are you afraid that I'm going to go and overreact? You don't trust me. So if there's no trust, then what's the point of this? It's like, oh yeah, what is the point of this? If we don't trust each other, then why are we even talking to each other? Oh, I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. Mary goes and says, no, Annalise, thank you for the hookup. Thank you for the referral. What do you mean? No, this girl, this uppity girl came in, and at first I thought that she was in the wrong place, but, you know, Annalise was like, curly hair, brown skin, tall, pretty. I was like, oh, compliment. Okay, okay. I was like, yeah. Annalise went to, you know, what was it? Atwood. Yeah, that's her name. Atwood. Oh, Attorney Atwood. I was just like, oh, well, you know, I just wanted to make amends. I was just like, are you doing this because of Nate? Are you trying to be a fake caddy and try and pretend to be nice to me because you want your man back? Annalise said, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because maybe we could go and get our nails done and also get our hair done. You know, I'm sure you could recommend a good beautician, or I could do it myself. And it was just like, why did you think you could come into my place and not think that my people wouldn't talk to me? Who do you think I is? Like, really? And then at least let it be known, look, girl, this is how this actually goes. We could have been two black women taken over, but instead, you wanted to go in that greasy. And because you wanted to go in that greasy, now I'm going to go and show you my... I'm going to show you my other side that's not so pretty. So get ready, buckle up. You thought you had something on me? Trust you don't. I'm like, Annalise, stop talking before you give something away. Annalise is talking to Nate, and they're having their usual squabble. Nate's just like, oh God, are you drunk? She says, no, I'm not drunk. That's not the issue right now. My issue is with you. You decide to go and sleep with Artwell, and the fact that you're sleeping with the enemy, what'd you tell her? What'd you tell her? It's like, I'm not a little snitch. I'm not going to go and tell on you, but maybe I should. This is like, oh, then go ahead and do it. It's like, you are broken. You are messed up. You are good for no one. I'm going to go and actually be with someone who wants to be with me. You go and continue being your squalor. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And at least that was enough. That was the tipping point. All of the other stuff that happened, it didn't matter because that was her tipping point. She decided to go and take that alcohol. What was it? Vodka? Damn, I'm good. It was vodka. Vodka. She just started chugging it from the bottle. Now, Michaela has her mother there, and her mother is just like, hey, honey, I'm going to have to stay with you because I left my father. Michaela had this look of, you left daddy? What? But you don't have anything. Why? And you want me to take care for the next couple of, that's going to be the next couple of months. I'm going to keep doing this for, I have multiple steps. While they're at the party, Laurel tries to go and apologize to Wes. And Wes kind of jumps down her throat. I'm thinking, Wes, slow down. I'm like, oh, they're drinking. So they're a little extra right now. They should have had something in their system to at least counteract that. They have an argument because it's just like, you're Captain Save a Ho. You're Captain Save a Ho. Well, I only did this because of this. I only did this because of this. I'm like, not both of you are a mess. Neither of you are perfect. You're both Captain Savas. One brought up the whole, you were only with Rebecca because of the fact that she was broken. You want someone to fix. It's like, look, you were with Frank. Frank. You were with Frank. And then you wanted to go and help Annalise, Bond, all of them. And now you're with me. Yeah, so who's Captain Sava now? Connor's just like, dude, what's going on? Now, again, I'm glad that Wes did that to Connor because just 2 episodes ago or so, Connor was saying, you know, if you go to the police, I'll kill you. I'm thinking, Connor, I understand you're feeling a little vulnerable and maybe you're feeling even a little remorseful how you've been treating Wes. But, no, that's not how this game works. Now, Wes gets a call from his lawyer, and the lawyer's like, you need to come down to the police station. Nate goes and talks to Atwood, and lets her know, yeah, we're going to have to break up. This isn't going to work because were you with me just so you can pump me for information for Annalise? Is that what you were trying to do? Trying to get some dirt on Annalise? Look, this isn't in the best interest of both of us. I'm thinking, oh, Nate still cares. He still loves him some Annalise. See, Nate, that's why I was like, damn, Nate, if it's you that died now, I'm going to feel bad. Because I'm like, this is the Nate that we remember. This is the Nate that we remember. Annalise is going and destroying all of the Mahoney court cases, and she's having flashback and dying, and just everything. The negative things that Sam said to her when Wes shot her, what Frank did, you know, when she found out that Frank was the reason why her baby was killed, she was just spiraling, and then she decides she needs to get out of the house. She leaves the door open, so I'm thinking, oh God, that's Mark 1. That's one of the things that's really prominent. That's going to be prominent for the second half of the season when it comes back from the winter break on January 19th. And Scandal comes back on January 19th! And it looks like, God, if Olivia and Fitz are back together, I'm going to be... Actually, that might be okay. At this point, we need to see love. It might be okay. I don't care anymore. Annalise goes over to Bonnie and says, we're going to go and drink. We're going to go and be married because you have no choice. I need a drinking buddy. Life got hard. Screw the sobriety thing. Oh yeah, the thing that irked me was when Mary's just like, well, if you're done with that sobriety thing, let's go and have drinks. I'm like, Mary, you're part of the problem. Stop it. You're part of the problem with that mentality. Now, Connor and Oliver, again, have their little talk and squabble of how their relationship was doomed. One person... it's like, oh, well, I still loved you. It's not the issues. It's like, then what's the issue? Well, the issue is, you know, we just couldn't see eye to eye. Because Connor was starting to spill the beans. Connor was trying to say, I did this, I did that, but you don't know about it. And that's why you're good, you're clean, you're pure. We have to keep it that way. It's just like, what are you talking about? You have no idea all the things I try to protect you. The bonfire. Sam, I'm just like, oh my God, Connor, you were worried about Wes? What about you talking to... Connor? You can go. You can go. Laurel got on my nerves again, so she can go. Wes is always on my nerves half the time, so he can go. Like, actually, all of you are expendable except for Annalise right now. And Bonnie. And Frank. The originals. Yeah, keep them. Rotate the rest out. And now, actually, Michaela's getting more interesting, so keep her. Michaela's talking with her mom, and her mom, look, her siblings have drug issues. They gamble. Prostitution, you name it, they did it. And her mom's trying to do the guilt trip. Michaela said, first off, I am who I am in spite of you. You do not actually know me. And it's pretty sad that you thought for a second that you could come in here and try to expect certain things from me. You need to go back to daddy because you don't know how to do things for yourself. You just want me to take care of you. I have other siblings, but because of the fact that I was the only one that actually turned out to amount to something, and you want to write off my coattails, I'm still trying to figure out where Michaela got this money from. That's the thing that's still throwing me off. Michaela, where did she get this money from and all this stuff? Like, what does she do aside from school? Because we know her parents aren't rich. Like, does she go and invest? Like, what's the... And then Asher, you know, he barges in with Connor, and Connor goes and braces Michaela's mom. Now, Wes's lawyer's telling him, oh, this just has to do with the Mahoney case. We need to just go and cross some T's, dot some I's, and we're good. At least we don't have to go to New York. Bonnie is feeding Annalise like she's a baby. And Bonnie's just like, you know, Annalise, don't worry about it. I got you. I love you. Just sit there. I'll take care of you. Everyone except for Wes is at Michaela's place, and Connor is looking at this guy, and it's Oliver's dude, and Laurel realizes that. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Even Asher's is like, you can't do that, Tim. Bros before hoes, stop it. I'm like, well, you're talking to a hoe, so I don't think that mentality is going to work. Now, we know this is very important. Asher hides the phone because he's not trying to promote that type of behavior from Connor. But it's like, damn it, why am I starting to like Asher more again? Because I did in the beginning that he got my nerves, and then he's back. It's like, that's how I feel with all of them. And they had to leave because Michaela was ready to go and find her mom. Her mom was drinking. Her mom wanted to see if she could go and find someone on Grindr. I'm like, or Bumble, or Hookup, whatever the thing is called. Bonnie's still taking care of Annalise, and Annalise is like, don't go, because Bonnie puts Annalise in bed. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, something doesn't feel right here. Something doesn't feel right. Remember, Annalise is still drunk. Annalise knows, rubbing Bonnie's face, brings her in close, and it's just like... I was like, oh, God, no. That's the last thing I want to see from them two. From them two? Look, from another two, that'd be okay. But from them two, That it's almost, to me, it's like, look at that, a mother and daughter. And you can tell Annalise wanted more, and Bonnie's just like, no, just get your rest, just get your rest. I'm like, damn, Bonnie, you just bouncing around from, you like community. Anyway, Wes is finding out very quickly that he's actually under investigation. He's tied in with Annalise. Why? Because they found the remains of his girlfriend. I'm thinking, Frank, you were supposed to take care of that. What happened, man? That's why I'm like, Frank, are you purposely trying to set up Wes? Because of what? That's the other part. It's like, did you do that intentionally so that this could come back to bite them in the butt in the end? Or were you just being sloppy? Because now Wes is entangled with this court issue, and they want Annalise. It's like, you can go and snitch on Annalise and you may be protected. But Rebecca is your girlfriend. So we have to go and take this seriously. You are a suspect. You are absolutely a suspect. Wes fires his lawyer because it's just like, your services are no longer required. Leave me alone. Nate realizes that Wes is being held in one of the holding rooms, interrogation rooms, and one of the detectives sees him and is like, oh, so what are you doing here? And just like, I got promoted. It's like, oh, that's great. Now, you notice he bounces out of there really quickly because that detective was watching to see if he was going to go into the room. So she caught him. So now she's going to be watching him. Annalise is trying to figure out, okay, woke up from that drunken stupor, don't know what to do. Bonnie is trying to convince Frank to take the fall. Just go, take the fall, admit everything, you know, protect all of us, because that's all Annalise really needs, someone to protect us. Annalise is calling everyone and telling them to come to the house. That's the main purpose. Oliver, because of what Connor said, is investigating Sam's death and the timing of the bonfire, realizing, oh, who am I really working for? Well, Annalise wanted to make sure that Connor was at the school so that she could go and talk with him. Laurel is trying to get Asher to leave, but Asher's so drunk that he passes out. This is where we see that Connor slept with Oliver's dude, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care one bit. He's just like, it was just sex, it is what it is. Dude was just like, well, I want more. I'm thinking, how are you going to tell someone you want more after... How do you sleep with someone and then say, oh, well, you know, I want to pursue an actual relationship? No, that's not how it works. Honestly, I'm sorry if you thought that's how this thing works, but it doesn't with me. Ta-da! Now, Nate decides to go and take himself to Annalise's house. I'm thinking, Nate, what are you doing? Nate notices that the door is open. He sees that documents were destroyed, and the fact that there was also the fire, well, the statue and the laptop destroyed. It's like, alright, Annalise either made a run for it, or, you know, she was attacked. While he's in the house, or at least while we see him in the house, we notice that Annalise, she goes and she talks to Oliver. It's just like, Oliver, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you don't know, but I need your help. I need your help, and it's really a life or death situation. I need you to go and hack the what was it, like the federal, you know, the federal security thing. The DC, the DE, the DEA, something of that nature. Laurel, of course, after Frank gets there, she goes inside the house. A minute later, the house blows up. And we're like, wait, what? What? Like, so it's Nate? So it's Nate? Because Nate was in the house? So it's Nate? Because we know it's a male. We know it had to either be Frank or Nate. That's who we knew it either had to be. So Annalise gets to the house. And of course, this is after she already talked with Oliver. So she had a plan set in motion. Michaela is kicking her daughter out. So it's like, yeah, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to get a plane ride out of here. You're not staying here. She's like, and after all the stuff I did for you, you just collected welfare checks so that from the state for having all those foster kids. Now, you need to go and stop because you were never a mother to me. So it's like, well, you know, your friends aren't family. So it's like, excuse me? You didn't know me, so my friend... Now, this is not what she said, but she was probably thinking, my friends are more to family to me than you ever could be. You or Dad. You know, just because you found me in the shack. No, you didn't find me in the shack. The agents found me in the shack, and they gave me to you. Worst thing of my life. worst mistake they could have ever possibly made. So Annalise gets arrested. She gets put into trial. Not into trial, put into jail. Because she's in jail, remember, she went and gave Oliver her phone. And Oliver, of course, corroborated with Bonnie with the whole phone situation. And at least called Bonnie to let her know that she was in jail. That's when she worked with Oliver, distracted the people so that Oliver could go and put the phone, you know, underneath the ambulance. Maggie, noticing that Laurel is the person who was injured. Annalise is saying, wait a minute, someone snitched on me? It's like, yeah, someone snitched on you, so that's who we have to go off of. Do you have anything to say? Annalise is still like, no. Nate's at the house like, oh my gosh, I had no idea what was going on. I'm thinking, this house did not just blow up on its own. There was no gas leak. There was nothing like that. Annalise was in the house before, just drinking with the fireplace going. The fire was out. The fire was actually out when she left, at least as far as, because when Nate was there, the fire was already out. So that's why I'm like, okay, this is not making any sense. Something is off here. Remember, Oliver calls Connor's phone, and Michaela's mom picks up, and so Michaela's starting to freak out because it's like, wait a minute, you don't know where Connor is? No, I don't know where Connor is. Annalise had to find out, did you go and snitch on me? Was it you? Was it you? So it's like, no, of course not. It's like, okay, we'll need to come up with a game plan because I'm pretty much screwed right now. That's when Laurel wakes up in the hospital. She scribbles out Wes, and of course Maggie's trying to freak out. Everyone is coming at Bonnie like, did you do something to Connor? Did Annalise do something to Connor? Oh my gosh, if something had been to Connor, we're taking you down. That's it. It's over. Next thing you know, Connor comes through, and they're just like, oh my god, thank god Connor's there. And I'm like, okay, we already knew that Connor was safe. We already knew that Wes was being held in jail. I'm like, wait, so is that Frank? No, Frank was at the hospital. So who's going into that room? Someone's clearly going into that room because the woman's like, black, male. What? Nate is standing right there saying, show me the body. She takes off the sheet, and we see it's Wes. So when Annalise had that snot dripping deep cry, it was real. It was real. Jesus, she didn't care about the stupid house. She didn't care about going to jail. Wes is really dead. Wes is really dead. Oh, Lord, when Bonnie delivered that news, they were shook. Everyone was crying. And I'm like, oh, so you guys are giving him the cold shoulder and now he's dead. So how you feel about that now? Dumbass. Jesus. Except for Oliver. Oliver didn't give Wes the cold shoulder, and neither did Asher. So shout out to them. Maggie is over it because she's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Laurel knew. Which has me wondering, what happened? What happened? Who was involved? And then when, you know, deeper probing, because Nate's over it, so it's like, damn, why did it have to be Wes? Why couldn't it be one of the other ones? I'm sure that's what he's thinking. And they're just like, was there anything going on? It's like, yeah. Wes was dead before he got into the house. Before he caught on fire. I'm thinking, Frank or the Mahonies? And I'm thinking, Lord Jesus, because of this whole court case, the Mahonies could have gone and taken Wes out. And they don't like Annalise, so they were trying to take her out at the same time. Dang! Oh, and if it was Frank, you need to go. Frank, if we found that you did, no matter how much Wes irritated us, I don't care. You can go. Now we have to deal with the reality that Wes finally hears. Wes signs the agreement. He's like, actually, no, he never signs the agreement. He says, you know, I'll snitch, I'll go and rat out Annalise, but I need a full pardon. And I'm thinking, this sounds like some type of weird. I'm like, Wes, did you really? Were you really going to snitch on her, or were you really trying to do some backward stuff so that you could go and inadvertently protect Annalise? Is that what you're trying to do, or did you just not care anymore? Because something just seemed off about that whole scene. Wes then hears Annalise's voicemail. He sneaks out to go back to, he sneaks out of the police station. He goes past his Nate. That's where we see Nate was still at the police station, or came back to the police station. So it's like, oh crap, how much time went past when Laurel went into that house? From when Nate originally went into that house. There was clearly a big time lapse. Everyone is still crying. Annalise is crying because, of course, Annalise knows that Wes is dead. To make matters 100 times worse, she finds out from Nate that Wes was killed before he went into the house. Like, I didn't think Wes's dying would affect me this much, but with all the stupid stuff, the election, all the craziness that happened this year, oh, and then Wes to go and die? January 19th is going to be great because Scandal comes back, because How to Get Weird comes back, but I almost don't care. Like, why did it have to be Wes? Like, I get it, he irritated us, but why did it have to be him? Why did it have to be him? We didn't actually want him to die. You know, it's just all talk when we say this stuff. Pete, co-writer, co-creator, also executive producer, Sean, y'all had to shake it. I know, he was like, this was such a hard decision, but you know, we had to do it. We were building up Wes's backstory. Now, if, I'm telling you this right now, if Simon, of all people, becomes their Wes replacement, I'm going to call him trash. Trash, trash. I won't talk about his scenes. I'll just say trash, 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 trash. Wes, you know, from that moment when you were called Waitlist, I knew that there was something special about you. I just didn't know that you had the killer gene in you. I just didn't realize that you were going to step up in a couple ways and also do some stupid stuff on the back end. But please like, comment, subscribe. You know, How to Get Away with Murder and Scandals coming back on the 19th, but I will be doing other reviews aside from that. And also next week, I will have videos up, even though it's Thanksgiving. Whatever's on, I will be reviewing. I'm just so, oh, damn. We had to lose Wes. There were other people. I get it. This is going to shake them. The show's going to be a